You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows like the one you're about to enjoy, visit electronicmediacollective.com. And now, our feature presentation.
The following broadcast is brought to you by Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. Marked Out Wrestling Podcast is not affiliated, nor do our opinions reflect those of WWE, NXT, TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, or any other professional wrestling promotion.
But I just gotta know one thing. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready, kids?
Marked Out Wrestling Podcast presents Brian.
Do you think I'll ever find the right woman?
Oh, God. Yes, man. Come on, dude. You're great.
Golda.
Rub Vaseline all over your hiney and tell you that it's special and different from everyone else's.
And Rob.
Yeah, what are you fucking both doing? Good Lord!
This is the weekly Takedown.
Nobody cares! Nobody cares!
What's going on, guys? The date is 4/13/17, episode 134 of the mother effing Takedown. We got my boy, Mr. Golda. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing a little rushed today, but I think we're good. And I'm sorry. I just want to say I'm sorry for Ward. I know they were kind of getting a little
Antsy,
little irritated.
Yeah.
And there we go. We have my man, Mr. Roadie Rob. How are you, sir?
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Oh, good to see you guys. Well, it's good to be back. We had a really, really interesting episode of NXT last night.
A lot to talk about here, but we're going to have a short show, right?
We are.
Yeah, it's going to be a quick one.
Yeah, we're going to go a little bit quicker, but let's...
You want to do the board real quick? Meet the board?
Yeah, let's do that.
So we got Upload Test, we got Daniel Price, we got Noah on the board. I saw John Estrada is here, Juan Rodriguez is here.
Juan.
And is it buffering, guys? I apologize for that. And then we also have JVL Shadow, which I do want to say congratulations. He had a child, which is why he wasn't here last week.
A human being.
Yes.
Congratulations, sir.
Yeah, congrats. That's awesome.
He had a child. There you go.
Very cool. All right, so I guess let's just...
housekeeping?
Yeah, let's do some housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
Come back later, please.
Housekeeping.
Not now.
Housekeeping.
Go away.
I come in anyway.
Welcome to Marked Out Wrestling Podcast, and here are your housekeeping notes. Please listen and watch us as we expand our content for you, the Marked Out universe. Monday night, Rossum. Tuesday night, SmackDown. Thursday, NXT Takedown. Bob vs. the World. The Weekly Squash. The Power Slam Dance Show with Brian and Golda. Our heavy-handed heavies will discuss and interview indie talent throughout the country, coast to coast. You can join the conversation on Twitter at SmartMarkShow or call the fan line 704-444-0084 during the show, or you can leave a message for our next one. Visit markedOutWrestling.com for all other social media platforms. We are excited to announce that Marked Out Wrestling has now joined the Bubba Radio Army. Visit BubbaArmyRadio.com for listings. Get connected. Get connected. Get connected. Get connected.
Oh my God!
I said no.
Okay, I clean.
No, get out of here.
I stick finger in your mouth. Housekeeping.
Okay.
Okay.
Golda, how you doing today, bud?
I'm doing fabulous, man.
Yeah?
I'm ready to get this show on the road, ready to talk some NXT, and ready for my birthday dinner later.
Oh, that's right.
Holler.
Birthday dinner. There we go. So let's just fucking dive right into it. We got the big three. However, why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just looking at you.
Oh, okay. We have the big three. However, there's
It's
a little
three-ish?
bit. It's three-ish. I guess it's almost kind of like the Usos. Since what, day one-ish? Where I know it's.
That was weird.
I know, very weird.
Nice try.
Yeah, but we have the big three-ish. So let's get to the first one, number 3. Oh, number 1.
Number 1?
Well,
you want to go reverse?
3, 2. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that makes more sense.
Yeah, you should have told me that before we started.
Well, I have.
Oh,
it on,
you have it on
the
sheet.
breakdown. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
3.
There we go. Now we can do it. So we had my man Aleister Black's his TV debut, and you know what? I'm glad that that they didn't do anything to his entrance. I was concerned that they were going to take away the
platform,
kind of rising up, he's kind of like rising up like Dracula, I guess. But I'm glad that they didn't. And he had a match with Golda. What was his name?
Corey Hollis. He's one of the mainstays of our local amazing wrestling promotion, PWX.
Okay.
All right.
And I mean the match.
Yeah, I just saw you. I saw you text poor guy. Poor. Look, that there is no more perfect way to do that than the way they did it. And I just have to steal everybody's thoughts here because I know it. There was no flaws in that kick. None.
It was a thing of fucking beauty.
It was. And your boy from PWX, his cell, Mark.
He flopped. He flopped whole. It was great.
And I hope that leads to him. I mean, maybe some Ellsworth type stuff. I mean, for him doing the job.
He's been on PWX a few times with John Schuyler. So whenever they need an opening, they always call them down for tapings and stuff. And maybe that's going to lead to, at least a developmental signing.
Yeah, and a lot of times the guys who are in developmental, maybe on the house show rotation, that don't get TV time, they'll get these jobber roles as one pseudonym and then change it to another one later. So yeah.
But I mean, the match, like we said, not really much to talk about. I mean, even the entrances. Alistair's. I mean, I'm biased. I'm biased. I'm sorry. Done by it collaborated. I'm going to say it maybe not every time, but the Long Island band Incendiary.
Yes.
Those guys rule, and they helped out with that. And I mean, the whole thing is just killer.
Best music in WWE.
Oh yeah. Anything else? I mean, what's the board have to say about it?
They're all congratulating Golda on his birthday and saying good job JBL and not pulling out, says Noah. But nothing really yet. Cashmere's here. Cashmere, that's sad. So nothing yet as far as that match goes. I don't know if there's much more to be said than what I said. Is it perfect kick, perfect timing, perfect sell, perfect scenario, perfect entrance, perfect open to the show.
Right. He just stood there like he was kind of in a trance. Corey Hollis got tired of it, went to run him, and just boom.
Yeah.
And it just flopped.
Psychology of that match was great.
I wonder when we'll hear him talk. I wonder if that's.
I don't care.
I wonder.
We don't have to.
I'm curious if they even will let him. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever heard him talk. He does have a.
Well, he's from the Netherlands,
right?
Yeah,
he does have a kind of an interesting, a little bit of a distinct voice. I would even say.
Well, I think they'll get there eventually, but they want to leave like the mysterious factor. Right there, because it leads to his entrance and his whole persona perfectly. So you want to keep that intact. You want to have him talk. You want the mystery of him.
Yeah, I'm not comparing him, but how long did it take before we heard Taker talk for the first time?
A long time.
So, and you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think we might have already heard him talk when he did those promos when they were introducing him.
Yeah, but that doesn't really count.
Right, I know. Yeah, right. So
Kashmir says, do you guys think that he transitions to the main roster? Here's what I think. We saw recently on Monday Night Raw, we saw a main event, a tag team match that had the 4 NXT champions, previous champions in it, right?
Sure.
Yes.
And obviously the roster there's not many people left that aren't NXT. I mean, they're there, but it's slowly become flooded with NXT. And I think that age group, that demographic, 23 to 32, or right around that demographic, which is the same thing you had in Attitude Era. I hate to keep bringing that up, but to me, not now for Aleister Black, but maybe in a year. Maybe in 2 years, yeah, I think that's gravy, all for him
on the main roster.
Yeah,
okay.
I think it's I think the demographic for the crowd is transitioning, and the call-ups from NXT is making that happen faster.
I agree. I mean, even though I keep saying, I keep saying it, but even just all of the fans, like you said, even the ones from the hardcore scene, from the wrestling scene, that there's a lot of crossover between both genres. So I'm definitely interested to see where he goes.
I'm excited for. I think 10 years ago, I'm not sure if he actually would have got signed. But it's changed so much, the landscape of Bray Wyatt. He's been popular.
I think,
and all that. I think it lends to his getting signed more.
I think Punk was a catalyst for somebody like him, and that's simply because of the tattoos.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he absolutely. I mean, even that. Plus, I mean, you could even say the indie stuff, but I mean, that's a whole nother.
Yeah,
whole other discussion.
And another good point on here is we didn't hear Kane talk for fucking a decade. So
right,
my name is Kane.
I like cigarettes. All right.
Let's move on.
2.
Number 2, Sayonara Nakamura, and actually, I'm sorry, this is 2A, mind you.
2A,
mind you, just for those keeping score out there.
A.
Is that Dillinger?
That's my A.
Oh, okay.
A.
10. I thought it was like that.
Oh no.
Right. Okay. Either way.
Yeah.
So, Sayonara Nakamura, we had Shinsuke's his big send-off.
Yeah.
And I, for one, the thing that really stuck out to me, and I don't think I've seen it before for any other wrestler that they brought up or whatever, Have they ever had a curtain call like that where they bring out the entire locker room?
I want to say Finn did.
Well, Finn, because he got drafted in front of everybody, and they all congratulated him.
That was
at
behind the
Performance
scenes.
Center.
Right.
Which is sort of the same thing, but not really. One thing that they didn't show Triple H come out. He came out after the cameras were off.
Okay.
And all the pictures, he's out there. But on the show, they didn't want to make it the focus Triple H.
Sure.
So they brought Finn out, and because they're buddies, and that was it.
My personal opinion on this is that it was so well done, and it was so emotional. I mean, you saw the girl crying in the crowd.
Yes.
You don't see tears at NXT very often. But more importantly, what he said in that ring was so truthful.
Sure.
It really was.
I mean, he's made a huge impact on NXT. I mean, this guy was a bona fide star in Japan.
Yeah.
And he comes over here, and, I mean, same thing, if not more. Now the guy is even bigger.
But what I think it defined the new state of U.S. wrestling fans, because you have a major star from a major promotion in Japan where they sit back quietly and they applaud when you do a good move, and then that's it, right?
Right.
They're quiet. They are observers. And when he said, "You are crazy," that's
it's true.
And to him, he was probably like, "I fucking mean that. You guys are unique, and it's fucking great." And I was moved by the entire fucking speech. I was moved.
I think for these tapings, a lot of the WrestleMania holdovers were there because they did the tapings the day after SmackDown after Mania. So I think there was a lot of people that maybe they were in town for the whole entire week.
Sure.
And stayed for that too, because the crowd seemed exceptionally hyped for the show as opposed to normal.
Right. Everybody's saying that Sasha had a curtain call. I don't remember it, but I don't doubt it.
Well, when she lost to Bayley, Bayley and Sasha got roses from Triple H.
Oh, yeah.
So it was sort of a curtain call because that was her last match.
And I think when Sasha and Becky had a match, I think was there a curtain call for that match?
I don't remember any of this.
No.
It was after the Iron Lady match when Bayley beat Sasha.
Oh, okay.
I don't think there was a strict promo goodbye curtain call moment.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the first, but it's fitting. Like he's the first big crossover star we've had in a long time, and we've had discussions where we weren't sure if Nakamura was going to translate to the main roster because NXT is so different. And then Thursday night,
they bit.
He said, "What? I am Shinsuke Nakamura."
Yeah.
He said 4 words. And the crowd was in his hands the whole fucking time.
Oh yeah,
it's all he's charismatic as hell, and he's got a name that translates to a lot of areas. I think his theme song was the most brilliant idea by WWE because that theme song got him over first.
Do you think that he would be as big or over as he is without that music?
You give him Mr. Fuji's music, and no, he's not as over. No, I think maybe later, but not right now.
It lends the crowd the chance to get into it more, to sing along with it.
It sets the mood.
Even when he said it briefly during his goodbye yesterday, he said it for like a second, and the crowd just they started going right into it.
When we were there live, I mean, I was at the top of my fucking lungs.
I sound like Tarzan right there, I feel like.
Don't flatter yourself. No Jane for you.
Any comments on the board?
Let's see. That was Daniel Price says that was huge. Nakamura said he did not need the fame because he was already established, but rather that he wanted to because he loves wrestling. And you know what? He is one of those guys that I look at and you can truly see a passion for the product.
Absolutely.
And it's strong style, so is there a chance that he might hurt somebody here or there? Yeah. But is he stiff? No. He's a great performer, charismatic as can be. He's unorthodox.
Is there a chance he's going to hurt someone?
Well, I'm just saying strong style is a dangerous style in the ring.
Right.
No, I'm saying, didn't he already break Aries?
Well, Aries, but...
Yeah, and Joey fucked Joe up too, I think.
That's right, his jaw. Oh, that was storyline, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know either. What are you going to say, Golda?
I don't even remember. I don't. But I was just saying the Aries thing. Yeah, that's what I was going to. Then he mentioned Joe, and I was thinking.
Gotcha. All right, so, I mean, this was a great cap. I think that this is I don't think we're going to see Shinsuke in NXT anymore. This is it. This is good. And I applaud WWE.
Yeah.
Nice job on the send-off.
And I like how they brought Finn out, too.
Oh, yeah.
They were the two big Japan stars, and that was perfect.
Beat Icon.
Oh, God.
Your Shinsuke impression's pretty amazing.
Goddamn, pal. Yeah. All right.
2B.
B.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, so we had Sad Moon Rising.
Yeah.
And this was an interesting package, and I definitely want to get Golda's opinion because I know that you have been pretty critical of our girl Ember Moon.
Yes.
I don't know why. I mean, I think she's a fantastic worker. And if anything, from the complaints that you've been having about her, I feel like this promo especially should have kind of helped kind of gain some personality from her.
That's exactly. It seemed like she was more human with it. She came off the cuff more. She wasn't like
the vampire character.
Right. She wasn't like trying to be hard and trying to be over the top and sell hard. Like it was human. Like she was emotional.
And
I loved it. That was the only. Her work was great. The only problem I ever had was just her promos.
Yeah.
And if she can keep doing stuff, not always this sappy, but kind of toe the line a little bit, dude. I mean, I'll be a fan.
Was she wearing the contacts?
No,
I don't think so.
No contacts.
She wasn't.
She was wearing her own T-shirt.
I did notice that. A lot of wrestlers.
But you got to set the scene there. I mean, her coming. It was a really good kind of. If WWE films were this good, I would watch them. Because her coming out into that arena, what was that, the Amway Arena?
Yeah.
Walking out there as they're disassembling the setup.
Perfect.
And just having that, I missed my chance. You know, and I'm surprised it didn't reflect on the cheating of Asuka that much.
You mean like as far as get her opinion on things?
No, just they instead of saying, oh, you know, Asuka cheated to win, and here's Ember Moon's reaction. I'm gonna get her because she fucking cheated. I deserve another spot. They went a whole different direction with it.
I loved it,
and it was good. The overall theme of the show, I thought, was emotion.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, if anything, this really made the crowd kind of feel sympathy for her.
Oh yeah. Absolutely, and that more solidifies Asuka as a heel, because if you were making Ember Moon that much of the protagonist in this story, Asuka is absolutely the antagonist.
Sure. Oh yeah. So I guess we're gonna keep getting these two. I mean, this is gonna be a carryover from WrestleMania.
Yeah,
obviously.
This is setting up their next takeover match where maybe should we win the belt this time.
Was it Chicago?
Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, I wish.
I think she's destined.
Yeah, like I told you guys, I wish Asuka would called up with the belt. But that's probably not going to happen. But
no.
Okay, so I guess not much else to say. Great promo, but let's.
Well, real quick, JVL Shadow says it humanized her too much. I liked her as a badass face with the fatal finish, not as Bayley 2.0. I don't think she didn't go, I've been dreaming of this my whole life.
Ever since I was a little girl at 12 years old.
Well, she's not going to continue that way. That was just her being emotional after her loss. I think she's going to come back more focused.
Daniel Price, WWE films are and good in the same sentence. Does not compute, malfunction, overload.
Hey, that Stone Cold movie was amazing.
What?
What? The Condemned?
What?
That was fucking great.
No. What? Have you ever seen Knucklehead? Fucking Oscar.
Shut the fuck up.
No.
Fucking no holds barred, baby.
Well, that's a good one.
Oh, no, we're not going there, no.
Yes, Zeus.
I like
Mr. Nanny.
Let me just say this. You turned me on to the Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard.
Don't fucking
podcast.
Promote them. Okay.
And I've been binging, right? And I got to tell you, if you ever get a chance, free time, you want to listen, go listen to that podcast, because there are some. They did a whole episode on a No Holds Barred movie, and it was just fucking fascinating.
Before or after you listen to ours, of course.
After. I mean, yeah, this is do that as like a side dish.
Yes.
But we're the main course.
Right, they're the side piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't hate.
No. Okay, let's move on.
1.
We had the return of Drew McIntyre, and I don't really have any kind of clever kind of title or clever kind of anything for this. We saw Drew McIntyre come back to the WWE Universe, and fantastic match. Oney Lorcan, the guy's been having great matches for the past few weeks. He elevates other guys, but
I love Oney Lorcan. The way he's all business when he comes out, he gets right in the ring.
I think you're in the minority.
No, but I was at a point. I get to where when he gets in the ring, he wipes his shoes off where he gets in the ring every time.
That's a classic kind of.
Yes, he's a throwback kind of wrestler that just has no personality.
Well, people still do that, and I've heard other wrestlers, legends, asked why they do that. And there was there's a scuttlebutt, a rumor going around that they do it for a sign of respect to the ring.
Of course, yeah. I mean, even when I was training, we were told that before you get into the ring, you're supposed to wipe your shoe.
Right.
I mean, if anything, you're wiping the dirt.
That's what Stone Cold says. Like, ain't no goddamn respect. I'm just wiping my goddamn feet off.
But I think it's become that where if you do it, it's almost a sign of respect.
Sure. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Off topic though.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre's the man.
He was, and I mean. Also, looking at I forgot how freaking big he is. Him compared to Oney Lorcan.
Oh wow, he was huge.
He put muscle on since he left.
He
was he was skinnier then.
And he put on some hair too.
And no homo, but the little bit of chest hair adds to the effect.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I've got chest hair to boot.
Yes.
And so from one man with chest hair to another, I can appreciate that he's going out there and letting it fly.
My only experience with him was 3-man band.
Oh, God.
Honestly, I went from 3-man band to here he is now.
Because you weren't around when he was the chosen one. That's right.
Okay. And I didn't watch him in TNA at all. I only heard scuttles about him.
I didn't really watch him in TNA either, to be honest. I don't know. Golda, did you?
I don't watch TNA, period.
To me, though, is this an indictment on Vince? Like, okay, so look, Hunter and his crew at NXT are signing people all the time, and I don't think they're getting approved. I don't think they need approval from Vince to do these signings, right? They're making their own picks, and then Vince sees them later and goes, oh, "Okay, give me that fucking guy,"
something because like there's been some people where Vince doesn't even know who they are.
Right. So to me, is this an indictment on Vince? That H has brought him in, and now he's a fucking star, or he made himself a star outside of WWE networking, and now he's brought back. And so here you go, Vince, look, we brought him back. You ruined him.
Right.
You ruined him, and he proved that he had it in his own way. Maybe you should start letting these guys explore their own characters a little bit more.
I hope so. I mean, if anything, if Vince can learn anything, I mean, I hope that this really does prove that. I think that what he's done for the past 3 years on the independent scene has been phenomenal for his stock. I mean, otherwise he wouldn't be back here.
And I don't know if you guys noticed, but he came back a babyface.
He did, and that was kind of debated too. Well, I think the crowd they're gonna chant for him either way. So I feel like that the reason why they're kind of pushing him as a babyface right now is because they want him to get the proper response. I think eventually he will turn.
Well, let's look at everybody. Look at everybody. Whether you come back from an injury after a long period of time, or every call-up that we've seen, new fantastic call-up on NXT, they always come in. Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, everybody comes in with fanfare, and then they have to flip that character.
Yep.
So he could go heel next week.
Right. I think that they're building him up to take the title and the main guy spot from Bobby Roode, and when Roode's ready to go up.
Oh, so this Ono had your shot. Ono, you still need work.
He doesn't have like Drew McIntyre. He's been here before, cred.
Right.
He was in NXT, but he wasn't at the show.
Well, I'm thinking JVL Shadow is kind of a hater here on Drew.
Why?
Well, he's saying, let's start at the top here. You never had it. Clap, clap, clap.
No.
You never had. Then he says he was huge compared to a 205 Live wrestler, and then he says he had one shit match. How can you trash Ono and say McIntyre's returning superstar?
Who had a shit
I didn't trash Ono. Ono trashed his fucking cholesterol system.
No, he had a great... We're talking about the fact that he just doesn't look the part that we are normally accustomed to as a WWE superstar. Nobody here said he sucks. Nobody said he sucks.
Exactly. And Brandon Price said, the moment Vince gives creative freedom is when the NHL starts playing games in hell. Look, but you got to remember, Vince was losing his ass in the mid-'90s. You know, right at 96, 97, he was losing his ass, 98 to the fucking Nitro.
Mm-hmm.
And he did a meeting. He put everybody in that room, and he says, okay, guys, okay, boys, we're going to go off script for a while. We're going to let you do your own things. So go. And so maybe if Vince, because Vince is one of those guys that if he thinks he's right, no matter what.
Sure.
And if he sees the icing on the cake, if he sees the evidence, which Drew McIntyre very well could be, maybe Vince will go, oh, maybe I should fucking retire. You know?
I don't think we're far away from that, honestly. I think we're about 5 years out from him not retiring, but taking the step back and then having Trips and Stephanie.
I don't think he'll ever retire. I think he'll
always be involved.
He'll work until he can't physically work anymore.
Yeah.
But anything else about Drew McIntyre? Anything on the board or
impressive in the ring? I really enjoyed him not in the 3-man band role.
His moveset, if we're going to talk about anything, was a little bit different than what we've seen, definitely since, from his WWE days.
I like the way he was throwing Lorcan around. He seemed very agile.
When he caught...
And his finisher.
What was...
It was like a running... I'm not sure if it was a boot or a knee.
Boot. I think it was a boot.
It was like a Shining Wizard, but with a boot.
Right. The one thing I did notice, though, the move where... Super impressive. Lorcan did a splash on the outside. And McIntyre caught him in midair and then flipped him around for a tilt-a-whirl slam on the apron.
Yes.
Woo.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, there were some high impact moves in that fucking match.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's money, man. He's money.
So I guess where does this go for him? I mean, do we have an opponent for
Drew?
For Drew?
I mean, maybe if they do.
Cien Almas.
Oh, fucking Cien, man.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
I just don't know anymore. I think that if they turn him heel, then Roderick could be a good.
That's a good
matchup.
Oh, he'll look so small compared to him, though.
Well, yeah, but he's fucking quick.
Yeah.
Maybe
Ono?
Maybe who's the guy I was talking about earlier who squashed his teammate?
Oh, Dylan Miley.
Dylan Miley,
the one who beat up broken Seth Rollins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. What a fucking of mice and men tag team that was.
That was weird.
Right? This fucking who was that big fucking monster?
He was a bodybuilder. Like a strongman bodybuilder.
Yeah.
He's been in the system for a couple of years now.
He has been, yeah.
And he was a beast.
Dude, they need to push that.
We'll talk about him. Let's save him for
the discussion. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. What do you want to do the that thing?
That thing? What, music?
Yeah.
Give us money. Give us money.
Give us all the money.
Give us money.
Or $5.
Show me the fucking money.
Give us money.
Go ahead, bud.
Okay. So we're gonna our big discussion topic.
Can I sing that?
You can?
Chains.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I was going changes.
Oh. I went disco.
That's
with
weird. I
it.
didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Weird.
I like Brian's better. Sorry, Rob.
Fuck off.
All right, so we were talking about it last night. I mean, I'm sorry, we were talking about it this entire episode, but last night's show was way different from what we've seen in NXT before.
Yeah.
I mean, right off the top of my bat, and I hope that there's some things that I missed. I hope you guys or the board can point some things out. We had no Bobby, no Andrade Cien Almas, no Cassius Ohno. I guess we had a promo of AOP. Did we?
I don't remember.
Think so.
I don't remember.
I don't think so. No. No way. Wow. No way, Jose.
No way, Jose.
No Roderick Strong.
No.
But we also had new belts. We had kind of a new logo, new graphics, new theme song. Are you guys? I mean, is this a little bit too much? I mean, we've been having this superstar shakeup on Raw and SmackDown. They've changed things up, but I mean, for the most part, the entire, the show itself has stayed the same.
I'm a little afraid.
I am too. It made me a little bit nervous.
Yeah. It was for me the battle. Now, first off, I love the belts.
So do I.
Yeah, I didn't mind the NXT belt before, but I do like the more rounded belts.
Right.
I think it's a better look.
That giant X was a little too much for me. I think.
agree.
Yeah, I mean, it can't get everything you want, right? But my fear here is just like WWE. It's like a main roster. You start to make shit a little bit more shiny and a little bit brighter, and the next thing you know, you got cartoon characters. And then you've lost that hard edge appeal that NXT had, and you're just another fucking entertainment company,
like WWE CW, like that type.
Right? Yeah. You turn the lights up and you say, "Okay, boys, you're a fireman, you're a policeman, fight the robbers." Here comes the barber, followed by the snake guy, and
and don't get me wrong, I love NXT. I mean, out of all the shows, I mean, this would be the first that I would watch. However, I'm concerned that change is good. It's definitely a good thing. But I think for the roster, I mean, especially for what we saw yesterday, there's an entire list of people that they're still involved heavily in storylines right now, and they're only an hour-long show. So it's kind of interesting that they're pushing they have all these different storylines going on. Meanwhile, if you watch Raw or SmackDown, they have like the big 3 or maybe 4.
Right.
But why is it so that NXT can have so many different things going on with so little, so much less TV time? I just
because
I don't get it.
Everything on the main roster is a promo or a commercial or a recap. So we always wonder why do they do fucking 30 recaps in Raw? We just fucking saw the shit. Why? Because this recap brought to you by Snickers.
Right.
That's right. They can sell. NXT, yeah, they might have a commercial here or there, but they don't have enough time to fuck around with all these fucking playbacks and shit.
And most of their commercials are just commercials for the network.
Sure.
It's not commercials for Snickers or Coke or anything like that. It's just commercials just for the network.
So that's been something that's also been kind of rumored. I mean, not really recently, but I've definitely heard it before, is that NXT, could potentially go to a network.
Like a TV network.
Like USA or something. I don't know. Is that the thing that would kill NXT? Is that the kiss of death?
I am only afraid of that because right now they are not accountable to FCC, right? If they slip up, if they want to go risky, they can do it at their own leisure. And if they go to fucking USA Network or TNN or fucking UPN or fucking Spike or MTV, whatever, then they have to watch their P's and Q's, and that might start to handcuff people. Then they're dealing with TV time, and that might start to handcuff people on what they can do creatively. And then they've got to get sponsors for the commercials, and that might handcuff what they can do creatively. It's just everything on TV is a handcuff.
Sure.
If they didn't care about money, which obviously they do because it's a business, then go for it.
Right. I think the way they do it now is the way that they're probably always going to do it. They're going to tweak it a little bit here and there, but they know that they're making more money on the live show circuit than they used to be. They know that they're signing more top-end talent, and if they're on the network, they don't have to answer to anybody. They can do whatever they want, whatever show. If a show bombs, then fuck it, a show bombs.
Right.
There's no ratings involved. It's on the network.
Yeah,
it's their network,
and they're going to come back.
Right.
Yeah.
Personally, I mean, I hope. I mean, those are just rumors, but I hope that NXT never leaves.
I don't think so, because I think
they.
they like it on the network because it's free for them.
I have heard, all right, and this is through people that I know in the system, and these rumors go back a couple years, but they've always been consistent. I have heard that the ultimate goal of NXT was kind of the creation of, well, at first it was developmental, but once it started getting steam, they saw it as being its old brand eventually. It's like one day maybe you stop seeing call-ups completely, and it becomes its own company to rival against WWE.
Shinsuke said that. He said, we are our own brand.
Yeah.
In his farewell, he said that.
Yeah.
It's true.
And he's completely 100% right.
But should we be, I'm going to reel it in a little bit. Should we, since we had all those different names show up yesterday, should we be scared that there's too many names for their show? That they have and that it's going to get away from being a developmental system, and it's actually just going to become another brand where they're bringing in Drew McIntyre's, they're bringing in Cassius Ohno, they're bringing in Bobby Roode.
I think it's already gone.
I think if they do that, maybe they stretch to 2 hours. Maybe. Because they can still have the big names and then still have the smaller guys get TV time, get more work in. I could see them going to 2 hours. I don't see them going on a network.
Yeah. I see the creation portion of this, the developmental for the new guys, green people, being less and less of a thing, and this being more of, we'll bring in these people that are established and then we'll mold them our way kind of deal. So not really developmental as repackaging kind of show.
Right.
So again, that's just kind of where I see it going. I don't like it. I like the idea that we can watch these people maturate. Like, I like the idea that, like, Peyton Royce came in and I was like, fucking garbage. And then a couple months later, I'm like, that was a good promo. And then a couple months later, I'm like, the girl's working her ass off in the ring. I'm a mark. I like that. I like feeling that progression.
Speaking of that, her little piece with Billie Kay when she was holding the phone, recording her, that was money last night. That was money.
Those girls are money now.
They are. I mean, and that's a whole other topic too, about how just NXT. We can keep talking about how NXT, they do things differently. They really do. It just has a totally different feel. You don't see on Raw or SmackDown. You don't see people filming promos first person. You don't see that.
You know why NXT is different? Here's why. Well, maybe not different, maybe old school. Because if you go to the main roster, you have a writing staff of 40, 50 people who went to school to write movies and television, not to write wrestling. They don't know what a bump is. They don't know they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And even there, some of the agents for matches are kind of garbage. And, you still got, the Red Rooster running around, which his reputation for being just horrible is over the top.
Right.
But NXT is a bunch of old ring junkies, a bunch of old territory guys, Regal and Hunter and what's the British dude? It's the Matt wrestler, Robbie Brookside and fucking Albert. I mean, these are guys that they have put their blood in that ring, literally.
Sure.
And they are teaching these guys how to do it the old style versus, okay, guys, we got these guys from Hollywood. They're going to write you your promo for tonight. And Kevin Owens, you're going to get angry, but then Sami Zayn, you're going to give him flowers, and you're going to kiss and make up happily ever after next show. Fucking, no, this is some organic shit.
Yeah. All right, so I guess, and it should be, we should also talk about it because we didn't really talk about it that much on the show. Dylan Miley.
Ooh, Dylan Miley.
And we said, the guy's been in the system for a little bit now, but that match, I mean, I guess this could have been a little bit, he could have made his way, he could have probably made his way to maybe 2C in my big 30.
Dylan, which one?
Dylan Miley.
The big guy.
Oh, the monster.
Yes.
Okay.
In the tag match with DIY.
Dude, I felt like if it was a 2-on-1 he would have beat Gargano and Ciampa by himself.
It's funny that you say that because I was actually thinking, I was like, what if he just fluke? this guy himself beats DIY. I mean, would that really kill DIY if I know it necessarily wouldn't do them any favors, but
in NXT maybe, but it wouldn't because I think they're over enough.
Yeah, exactly. I think it would have been a cool thing to have this guy, this absolutely no-name guy, just come in and all of a sudden beat DIY and then beat this guy down, and then all of a sudden you have a bona fide threat.
I haven't heard the guy talk.
That's true.
But I will say this: that as the monster, I would put him with a manager or a faction, and I would do it quickly.
You're a monster.
Monster. I'm just a monster.
Yeah, I guess we could. I guess we'll wait to hear him.
I mean,
talk,
maybe
but...
Paul E. Or not Paul E. But Paul Ellering. Maybe he starts a faction, and this is his third monster to go along with AOP.
He's a whole lot of man.
Yeah, he could go with Sanity and just be kind of a calm one. I don't know. This guy needs to be put with somebody because he's got it. He's got it. I could tell with the expressions on his face, the emotion that he could portray through his body language. He has it as a big man.
He looks different, even as a big guy. He just has a different feel to him.
Yeah, I saw Kane. That's what I saw.
Yeah, Kashmir said that they got that dude straight out of the gorilla exhibit at the zoo. And he is a big fucking dude.
And he's scary.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Anything else on the board?
We've been talking so much, I haven't really been looking, honestly.
No? Oh, good
just kind of, Daniel says, same here, Brian and Rob. This feels like one of those changes that is not good. Those change that is not a good scenario. He's just saying, if NXT ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, it was a lot really quickly. If they had maybe tweaked it, done this maybe over a few weeks or so, maybe I wouldn't have noticed all that much.
Maybe it was with the grand send-off of Nakamura, maybe it was kind of the era after Nakamura kind of, okay, Nakamura,
exactly.
Finn's gone, KO's gone, Nakamura's gone. It's a new era now. Let's change the look a little bit. Yeah. Maybe that was it. I don't know.
No, JVL Shadow did say that, for the record, guys, this is the best combination at Marked Out. No Bob, no Adam, A+.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Well, I thank you just kindly, sir. Yes. Kindly.
Advertise for next week. What do we got? We have we got Ty Dillinger
and Eric Young
and
a cage. That's what I saw last week.
Right, that's going to be the blow off. I think.
Yes, and that's to be his last match.
And I want people to keep in mind, and I know a lot of you already know this, but keep this in mind because people are like, "Well, okay, he's doing double duty." No, he's not. Remember, all of these that we're watching last week, this week, and next week, and the week after were all taped the Wednesday after Mania.
Yes.
So they did all that taping. Dillinger is not doing double duty. All AOP, or I'm sorry, not AOP, but DIY very well could appear on SmackDown next week because they're already done with NXT. I don't see where they'll go forward moving. They don't look like they have any kind of rivalries coming in.
Because the only thing is Nakamura and Ty Dillinger, they are on the UK tour for NXT, so they're sort of doing double duty, but that's it.
Okay.
Well, no, Nakamura's not, but I know Ty Dillinger.
Is that tour the same time as WWE? Are they going? Is that when they go UK too?
They usually do. I think it's like 5 weeks or 6 weeks after Mania, right?
Yeah, because I know this weekend, they're in Colombia, they're in Atlanta, they're here. I know Nakamura and Dillinger, they are on those shows.
So if main roster is there at the same time as NXT, which I'm just opining, I don't know if they are, but if they're there together, then yeah, Nakamura and Dillinger are both their draws. Why not put them on the NXT shows as well?
I think they're in May because I did read something saying that the Hardy Boys were added to the UK tour and the tour of Europe in May, in June.
Okay.
So,
cool. And then we also had what else? There was one more thing that we had Ty Dillinger, and there was one other for next week.
I don't remember.
I think they advertised Bobby Roode.
Was it?
Was Roode?
I thought we were talking about it. No.
I didn't talk to you.
Oh,
I don't talk to you, motherfucker.
I know. I'm sorry. Jeez. Actually, I'm not sorry. Fuck off. So I guess there's no pay-per-views this week. We'll have
Brian.
What?
No, play the other one.
Meet Bitch Brian.
No, fuck you, not that one.
Hi, Brian.
No.
We got Rawsome Monday night.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little speed round. Let me see here. Let me do this
today.
No, on Rawsome. I'll go ahead and get you guys ready so you can think about it. Here's the sound effect. All right, so Monday we're going to have a little speed round on Rawsome, and it's going to be not the most unprotected finishers of all time, because that's a small list. We don't want to do that. But we're going to do we want to ask you the moves, your top 5 moves that you're just so fucking sick of everyone doing. That's going to be a topic on Monday night.
That's a good one.
Yeah, the 5 moves that just, in your opinion, just fucking don't do it. Oh, you did it. Now I hate you, kind of thing. So, and also we'll obviously recap Monday Night Raw, and we should have some more answers or finality, hopefully, on this superstar shakeup, which is just, in my mind, there's such a confusion to it.
It's very confusing, even with the thing that they're doing with the U.S. title. And
which I'm not bitching about, because we always say, I'm tired of knowing everything. I want to be confused. Well, they're doing it now.
Right, yeah, there we go.
I felt like Monday was great, Tuesday was meh.
And just, that's why we've been having some technical problems, which I figured out today what all the problems have been.
Sweet.
Well, I didn't mean our show. I meant their show, not our show.
No, yeah, okay, but you just you kind of teased me into that.
Well, that too, yeah.
But I figured out what all the problems have been with all of our stuff. It's a very simple fix.
No more ghosts in the machine.
No, it's
no more remix.
It comes down to I have a 64-bit processor. And my computer's on a 32-bit OS, so I just have to upgrade the fucking OS. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Then we also have Tuesday night. We have Tuesday night SmackDown. And just like the Raw and SmackDown rosters have shook up, our rosters have shook up.
Yeah.
Except for this one. This one has
because it
cohesive
works.
unit.
It works.
Does.
Yes,
it definitely does.
And we're the A+ show apparently, according to JVL Shadow. My man.
Yeah, we are the A+ show.
Goddamn, pal.
Goddamn.
Final takeaways. Robert.
Me first? Oh, I wasn't ready. Okay. It's on the notes, isn't it? I guess my name's Adam now. Final takeaways. Again, I'm hesitant to really get into the new look of NXT, although I know there's nothing I can do about it. I'm curious what direction they're going to go, because I mean, I don't know. I just don't know what to think about it right now. I am not hating anything. I'm loving everything they're doing. I'm enjoying the new crop. I'm looking forward to all the new debuts that are going to happen, because they are going to happen. They are coming for NXT. There's a lot of stuff we haven't seen yet. I'm cautious. I'm cautiously optimistic that they're not gonna fuck it up.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Golda, my
man. I mean, I'm excited to see what they're going to do with Drew McIntyre, what they're going to do with Aleister Black, Dylan Miley, see where that goes. I'm really intrigued about that. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with Hideo Itami. I know he's back, and he should be back any show now. I didn't read the spoilers on the taping, so I really don't know what happened. Mm-hmm. But in the next show or two, he should be coming back somehow. I really want to see if he's going to step up and do something, or if it's time to send him back to Japan.
I hope they do something.
They have to. Yeah, he's so talented.
I was saying when I saw him come out on the curtain call, I was saying to Adam, I was like, he's Bobby's next. If he's healthy, he's Bobby's next opponent.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that on the last show. I think.
Okay.
I think he should come out during Rude's. Rude probably makes some celebratory speech about how he sent Nakamura away or something, and Itami should come kick his ass.
Well, you want to go last? I'll do JVL's, and you can go last since you're the host.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go to the board.
Noah's takeaway, didn't watch NXT last night, so just fuck JBL. Yeah.
Just go by what we told you, Noah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
JBL Shadow, final thoughts. Good NXT. We have some new stars growing. I wish NXT would have gotten some veterans like Titus or Ascension or Breezango, get them some new heat. Titus, absolutely not.
Definitely not Breezango either. Ascension, yeah, you have my attention.
Oh, quit sucking their dick, man. Come on.
Daniel Price takeaway, while they are transitioning from a core group that helped get NXT huge, the change needs to be for the better and not just a distraction technique to go sleight of hand on the fans. That's what they do, man.
Yeah, it's true.
Like look at Roman. Roman's going to be off TV for a while. Why? Because there's all kinds of fucking heat on him.
No, it's because Braun Strowman threw him
Did you see
off a stretcher.
We didn't talk about it on the other shows. Did you see that there was a petition going around to have Braun Strowman fired for that segment? Look, guys.
I saw the petition to fire JBL.
Well, that should happen.
Yeah.
But Braun Strowman, guys out there, if you're listening, look, we mark out when we do these shows. We understand that this is a scripted product. It's a TV product for our entertainment. We get it. We were watching that segment. We marked out. We knew that there was falsehoods everywhere within it. You know, it wasn't the best produced beat down the back, but it was awesome to watch. You guys have to. It's still real to me, damn it. You guys have to fucking get over that shit and just accept it and go into the suspension of belief and enjoy the product. Quit being little whiny bitches.
It's true. I mean, Mark Henry lifted a car. Why can't this guy lift an ambulance, right?
Right.
Yeah. Daniel Price said, "Your tears hydrate me."
Aw.
And then my final takeaway, I guess, if there's nothing else on the board, right?
Upload test. unlike Raw and SmackDown, it seems NXT just keeps getting better and better. This means good things for the WWE's future. I agree.
It's true.
Because I've noticed that I think that they are putting more money into the production for NXT.
Seems like it.
Well, when you draw more money,
exactly.
you have more money to play with. Yeah.
And my final takeaway, I mean, pretty much all in line with the panels and the guy, everyone on the board too. Thank you, Golda. But I mean, I'm just kind of concerned that I really don't want them to become just kind of like a third brand. I love that it's developmental and we see some new faces, and yeah, we do see some older ones too. But I just don't want them to get away from that mix. Right? I feel like going into this WrestleMania, they had a really, really good mix of younger talent with some experienced veterans. Now I'm kind of getting a little bit skeptical just because they have so much talent there. And still, I mean, we have an hour-long show, so there are going to be episodes like last night where there's not going to be Bobby, there's not going to be Roderick Strong or any of those guys.
And it was still such a good show.
Right. So I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm cautiously excited. I guess is that where?
Well, I guess the piggyback on you, or kind of maybe summarize what you're saying, and I see this now when you said it, is that the thing about NXT that we never had a problem with, that the main roster has a big problem with, is they squash characters left and right, in when they don't need to.
Right.
And NXT has had a track record of not squashing people because they haven't been overflowed with high talent.
Right.
And now with the abundance of talent, you're bound to see people who should not be getting squashed start to get squashed, which makes that a shitty segment.
Sure. Yeah. Right. But I mean, overall, I'm excited for the product. All the new graphics and stuff, it's cool. It's just it was for me. It was just very, very sudden. But I'm overall excited, and I did enjoy the episode last night.
Yeah.
But I guess that's pretty much.
Is that it?
I think that's kind of it.
Golda's got a birthday dinner to go to.
He does. He does have a birthday dinner to go to. Thank you guys on the board for joining us and listening as always. Follow us on social media: Twitter at smartmarkshow.com. No, not. I always.
Markedoutwrestling.com.
Markedoutwrestling.com.
And at Twitter's at SmartMarkShow.
Our email is mark.podcast@gmail.com. You can call the fan line
let me get
704-444-0084.
Oh, and Instagram at markedoutwrestling.
And my Twitter is at markedoutRob.
And I am at Matt Golda.
And I am at markedoutBT.
MarkedoutBT.
Guys, thanks again. And mark out. No, that's not it.
Something about banana, maybe.
There we go.
That's it.
Let's make like a banana and get the fuck out of here.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is recorded, edited, distributed, and marketed at U-Record Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information on optimizing your podcast for increased listenership, check out U-Record on Facebook, Twitter, and email sales@urecordstudios.com or visit the website www.urecordstudios.com.
Yes! 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 Yes!
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.